Good morning. I'm just nipping in here today. I've got a few videos I want to do and a few firsts for myself. First thing is I'm going to send a rack off to someone. I know they've been feeling a wee bit low just lately, and I know we can all go there and it happens to us all. But just suffice to say I could feel a pain, so just a wee cheer up and just, I don't need to say it. Anyway, I'm going to video this rack. Excuse me, because my husband's brought the cold in again and I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. First thing there is just a wee note holder, a wee notebook holder. There you are, it's just a wee notebook there. Wee pad, wee paper pad and the pen on the side. Mainly I send these things out not as gifts as such, although it is a gift, but it's to share ideas. I've never had a rack or friend mail or anything. I done a swap with a lady in the States last year and that was my first. But anyway, I'm a nursery nurse, I'm about teaching and I just like to share my ideas. This is some unicorn bunting because I know the lady in question likes her unicorns, etc. And this actually matches something else that I'm sending in a different package. So hopefully that will go down well. Once you start to see these things, you might be able to guess who the rack's going to. She's got a great channel. She's on every day. It's warts and all. She does crafting, hauls. She does a lot of challenges on her channel. She's at 1,000 just now. There, I just showed her name. She's at 1,000 viewers, subscribers just now. So, just to give her a wee bit of support, nip over and see her channel. I'll link it below. Here's a wee paper pad. This wee paper pad, it was only £1, but it's quite topical, and I know she likes these things. And it goes with the rest of this wee package. Sorry, that wee card there, I made that card. That was a stamp set out of a magazine, some glittery tulle and some twine on that. In here, this is another wee package that I just put together for her. I cut out loads of these wee shapes. As you can see, shells. Some of them are stamped, some of them I've left white. The reason behind is that she can alter them, paint them, leave them, glitter them, do what she wants with them. I'm a great believer in just giving somebody something that you've got and see how they run with it. I just stamped out the whole wee sheet of stamps. Again, this came in a magazine. Sometimes the things in the magazines are handy and sometimes they're rubbish. But when they're rubbish, you just don't buy them. When I cut out these wee die cuts here, I've put in a couple of bits of card. Now, I placed these and cut these just special so that she could use them as a stencil. So I've left plenty of room round about them. Normally you wouldn't be as wasteful as that when you're cutting things out. And this here is the embossing folder. It's really good, the embossing folder. Actually, I'm quite surprised. Really deep, really clear, really crisp. I was quite happy with that. And that's the size, that's the actual size of it. And I've done a few of them. I'm quite into nautical myself. I like all things nautical, and as I probably said before, I have a local coast watch. My husband speaks to people on the coast watch every day, and I've made some cards, etc., and some gifts, and I'm going to ask them if they want them. Even if they sell them for 50p each to raise their funds, it's 50p they wouldn't have had. So this is more die cuts that I bought. Some of you might recognise these off of an internet, an online shopping thing. That's waves, coral, a lobster, a seagull, a marlin, crab, 2 more wee seagulls. This might be a bit harder to see. A jellyfish, a stingray and an octopus. Again, I've done them in white. Leave them, let them do what they want with them, colour them, use them as is, whatever. And here we go. I made a wee rosette. So I did. I've just put buttons on the string at the bottom, keeping with the theme there. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And I truly believe that, because a tiny wee act of kindness can really lift somebody up who's needing it. Right, here's some other wee knickknacks. Just some buttons. These buttons are really old actually. I inherited a load of buttons. I mean like 4 big baby milk tins from my gran. My gran was a great crafter. That is pins. You know, just pins. And I think it's kind of stuck in the inside. There you go. Different kinds of pins. They can come in handy for different things. Just sharing my supplies, that's all. And I know this lady, and I know she'll use all these wee bags. And I know it says from the kitchen of, but we're all a bit, don't care what we use sometimes. I don't know if you can see in there, that's some nautical beads in there. There's a wee steering wheel. There's also a large anchor. If you can see that, yep, in the glare. Starfish and some matching beads. And that's some giant paper clips and some small paper clips. Again, I'm quite sure she'll find a use for these. And I'm going to stick in some of my bottle caps. They're just the plain bottle caps. Just something so that she can have a wee trial if she wants. Have a wee trial, see how it goes. Saves you going buying loads of stuff and you don't maybe use them. I find that myself sometimes, but I'm a bit of a buyer, what can I say. I made this wee charm. It's just one of my bottle caps. I've punched out some card, put the dome on the top, a wee silver star, and red, white and blue for the nautical, and a wee steering wheel, if you can see that. And it's got a jump ring on the top, so you can hang it from a book, an album, anything like that. I'll clear these to the side here because this is definitely a first for myself. This is the first time I've done anything, blending or anything like that. The other night I was just playing around. I usually craft out in the garage, but the weather's been terrible here. It's been really cold, and then last night I saw that we're forecast for our third beast from the east, and it's going to come at Easter. So I've brought some craft stuff inside. I'll maybe give you a wee tour of my desk later on. But anyway, there's a wee tag I've made. I've glittered up some of those die cuts. Be awesome. A wee stamp with hello. Some other die cuts. Put some just glitter highlights on the wee seahorse. And create to remember. It evokes all sorts of memories, and craft's so therapeutic. And some fibres, some touchy-feely fibres. That's eyelash trim. And this is a definite first for me. I pulled out some old book pages a couple of weeks ago, and I was using them. Actually, I think it's Macbeth or something like that. It's got all different things on it. I pulled them out of a book. The book was actually ruined, so that was pages in the middle that were salvageable. So I didn't go ripping up an old book or a good book or anything like that. And I was making paper flowers out of it for another project. But they were sitting next to me the other night, and I started to ink that wee tag. And I had a piece of paper, and it had all the wee bits of ink on it, and I thought, that's lovely, I quite like that. So I just started playing. I had some of my distress inks here that I had brought in on a whim. Greens and yellows, kind of nautical colours, because I knew I was going to be doing nautical stuff. Anyway, that's what I done. This is what I ended up doing as they all fall. A wee paper clip, just to go on the top as a holder. I put a wee gold star, a wee starfish on it, a stamp for hello, and a wee seahorse stamp with some bubbles, and I've put some glittery accents on it, and some wee tiny, I don't know if you'll be able to see them, some wee tiny hexagon glitter. Yeah, you can see them. And it's just like a water highlight. And then this, I would love to know your views on this, if you think it's okay or rubbish, or should I give it a buy as a bad joke, or do you think I should keep going? The colour was the Distress inks just rubbed onto the paper. I distressed round the edge, as you can see. This book, it wasn't distressed on the edge. The edges are really crisp in these pages, so I've distressed all the edges of them, and I've left the ripped edge where I ripped it out. I put some stamps on it, and I've done some masking, some stenciling, sorry. That was stencils I hauled the other week. They were from the range. And I'll get them here, and I'll show you. That's them there. And I used the bubble one, obviously, for the bubbles. So you can let me know what you think. And a wee fish up the top with some white highlights for its eyes. I've left the back clear, and I've used it, we'll see what it says, Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. And inside I've put some wee treats. This is the stamp set. I bought this stamp set in the range. I think it was $1.99 or $2.50, something like that. It wasn't that expensive. And that's the stamp set that I've used. Some of the things, some of the elements. I actually bought them for myself. So this is a brand new set. I've got my own set. Don't know where I've put them now. But anyway, just to show you, I've got my own set of the dies and that as well. I don't know where I put the stamps, so I do them up here. Telling you lies. There's my set there. The set that I've already used. So just so you know that I haven't used yours. There you go. And some mermaids again, just to go with the nautical theme. So, I hope she enjoys this. I hope it does its purpose. My first rack. My first mixed media project. My first for a few things. Anyway, if you like my video, give me a thumbs up, a like and a subscribe. Share your love. I'll see yous again. Thanks. Bye.